All right, so today's the big day. We're going to move this next batch of guineas out of their area here, their pen, and we're going to move them out to the yard where they're going to probably stay in their coop for about 4 or 5 weeks. And that kind of grounds them that this is their area, their home, so that they don't just take off. So we've had really good luck with this. So we're going to move them now, put them outside. They're going to have a little bit more freedom and get accustomed to their new home, the property here. So we're going to move them right now. So stay tuned. So this is where we've been housing them. And they're getting pretty big. Remember how tiny they were. What did we get, about 6-7 weeks ago, 8 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, so almost about 2 months. They've grown huge. They were just fit in the palm of your hand when we got them. They were so tiny. They were only like 2 weeks old. And these guys are really feisty. They're probably our prettiest birds yet. Gorgeous. So I'm going to pick them up, and we're going to put them in the dog kennel right here. And then we'll transport them to their new home outside where they're going to get sun, eat more food, eat some bugs, and socialize with their new friends for about 4 or 5 weeks while they're in their coop, and then they will be free. So here we go. Maybe I can just... So there's one right here. So I'll put him in the dog kennel here, little crate, nice and easy. He's not very happy, but he'll be fine. Let's see if I get one of these guys. Look at that guy. Look at that head on that guy. So nice and easy. There they go. So they're very vocal. These guys. Another one of these beauties. Very vocal. These are great for snakes. Keeping all the ticks away and the snakes. Too loud. There you go. All right. So we got half of them down already. Big one. Oh. There you go. And we got one little one here. And one again. Oh, got him. Oh. So that was quicker than I thought, but they're really aggressive, loud, so they're going to be great. Why do we have so many of them? We've had great success with them. We rarely ever see a snake. We've never seen a tick. Bugs, very minimal bugs. When you live out here, that's an issue, but we don't really have a major issue. We can be outside, and we don't really have a major issue with bugs, believe it or not. There's 3 of them right there. So we're going to transport these now. Check it out. Here we go. So this is the little coop that we have for them. Malia put all these nice wood shavings in here to give them some nice ground cover. There goes Roxy. She's very interested in the birds, but she's really good with the birds. We've never lost a bird. All the dogs are good with the birds. We've never lost a bird to a dog, only an owl. So that was the only bad experience we've had. Hey, so I might just put her up because she likes it. She's very interested in them, so maybe I'll put her up. Come on, come on. But we're gonna put them in the coop here in a second. I'll probably put Roxy up. It's getting hot out here, so I'll put her in for a little bit. Okay, there they go, guys. Here we go. Come on, come on, guys.
Watch they don't fly out the top.
Yeah.
You watch, honey, you watch they don't fly out the top.
Go on, guys.
I'll get them in.
There we go. You just have this opening right here. I'll keep this covered best I can. There they go. They're like already like, wow, this is interesting. Go on, guys. Go on. There we go. There they go. And the last one. Okay. Just pull it back. Okay. Oh, look at that. They're loving it. So we're gonna walk in here, and they're gonna be in here for a good 4 weeks, and they'll get accustomed to this area, and this will be basically their territory. That way they stay here. We've never really, I maybe had one bird ever leave, not come back, maybe got eaten by something, but otherwise every bird has stayed here. There they are. So they're a little nervous, going, what's going on here? But they'll calm down in a couple hours. And now they're going to get that nice natural sunlight, that vitamin D, so important. And they got bugs out here, and of course we'll feed them even more here, and they're going to get accustomed to the real world and just have more space. They're a little bit nervous. They always are when we put them in here. They'll all huddle together, but then eventually, in a couple days, they'll be spreading out, doing their thing, just like these guys over here have done. They're up top now. They've gotten pretty smart to get out of the heat. They'll just come in the shade inside. But yeah, just part of the evolution here with these birds. But they're gorgeous. They're beauties. I think they're the nicest ones we've had. They're extremely aggressive, loud. So every one of them made it from 2 weeks. So we see a nice bright future for them. And again, why do we have them? Bugs, ticks, snakes. They're also in a great alarm system. When strangers come by, they make noise. They're very loud, as many of you know, if you watched some of my videos. But we've never seen a tick here. None of the dogs have ever gotten a tick. We have very few mosquitoes. We don't have a lot of bugs. So I would probably blame that and credit the birds for that. And of course, all the fish. The fish eat all the larvae. So they do a great job there on land. These guys are eating everything, and we keep the grass 1.5 inches, so the birds are always cruising through the yard. So if a snake were to get in here, it's gonna be an issue with the birds, and they'll get aggressive with snakes. They'll chase them off, they'll attack them, but snakes don't want any confrontation. They don't want to be near anything loud, so the birds are a huge deterrent. So, and I've noticed it's getting very, very difficult to find guineas. We go to Rural King now, they have very few. When I was there the other day, they were completely sold out because of this tick problem. So anyways, they're here. We'll be releasing the other batch here, I think in a week or two. They're going to be released, and then 4 or 5 weeks, they'll be released. And then I think we have a pretty good number of guineas. Now, here's some more right here. And all these things do all day is just peck around looking for bugs everywhere. And if there was a snake anywhere in the vicinity, it's going to take off because it just does not want to deal with these little T-Rexes. Crazy little birds. This one right here is mean. This guy's mean. So anyways, wanted to share that with you. Woo, it is hot today. Figure once we get into September, hopefully things will start cooling down a little bit, but it's a cooker. But that is done. And the birds, they love the heat. They're hardy birds, by the way. So they do good in the winter. But when they're young, really young, you got to be careful. But they're hardy birds once they get to an adulthood. I'd say at least 6 months, 6 months old. They're getting pretty hardy. So these guys will be fine for the winter. You know, they'll have many places to sleep and rest. And if it rains, you know, we've got the little coops here. We plan on building something a little bit bigger, but there's a lot of areas here that they can protect themselves. But yeah, I'd say about 6, 7 months, these birds are really, really hardy. You don't have to worry too much about them, but they've been great. They've been great. They are loud, they are annoying, but that's why we got them. So here's the guy that ran away. We had to track this guy down. Luckily, somebody turned him in on social media 7 miles away. This thing got 7 miles from the house. 7 miles. So we think we got everything tightened up pretty good, that nobody can escape. But I do think, like, when the workers were here, somebody left the gate open and he got out. Here's the other one over here. This one just likes to, like, dig and hide. This one lived under the house for a week before she came back out, but she reappeared. So now we have everything closed up under the house. So very hard for her now, unless she was digging and digging for a day. But we keep an eye on her, make sure they're not in one place digging too deep. But we're going to do a nice little area over here in the next couple weeks for them, set something up for the winter. So anyways, that's what's happening right now. It's hot. It's humid. I'm going to go and take a break. Oh, really quick, I wanted to respond to something as I'm in the sauna. If you watched my video yesterday on the police coming to the house because the alarm was set off, we believe it was just a storm. If you watch the video, you know. But if you watch my other channel, Jeremiah Babe, it's an economic channel, and I posted some of the incident on that channel. And somebody said that I'm a bootlicker to the police. I couldn't wait for the police to come to my house, yada, yada, yada. And, I just don't get it. Since I've been in Alabama, and I have some really good friends in law enforcement in California with the sheriff's department. And coming to Alabama, I've had a couple police come up to me who watch the show. I've had a couple people from the sheriff's department watch the show. I've had I've had very good rapport with sheriff, PD, you name it. And I will say this, everybody I know, one of my very, very good friends, Aaron in Texas, law enforcement, I don't know anybody that upholds the Constitution, believes in the Constitution more than Aaron. And he's one of my best friends. But the law enforcement that I've met out here, everybody that I've personally spoken to, they shoot, they believe in the Constitution, good people. And so to this individual, very, very ignorant human being, I guess we should hate the police, apparently. I don't hate the police, not the good ones. Are there bad ones? Yeah, there's bad lawyers, there's bad doctors, there's bad teachers, there's bad in everything, right? But what would our society be if we didn't have good police that follow the Constitution? Again, are there bad police? Yeah. Are there police that, love to just go shoot dogs? Yeah, I've seen it on social media, and I post it. Those are bad apples, in my opinion, and I don't want to have anything to do with that. And I think those people, if you're that scared of a dog, or if you enjoy shooting dogs, you should not be carrying a gun and a badge, and you shouldn't be working at a department because you're a sicko, or you're that scared, you're going to land up doing something even worse than shooting a dog. You're going to shoot a human being. So, people are in some of these positions that shouldn't be. I understand that there are bad apples everywhere. That's clear. Let's make that point very, very clear. But we have got to have good police, or we have a lawless country. And, to these people who, make comments like that, as soon as something goes bump in the night, these people can't defend themselves. They're going to call 911, and they want another man with a gun to show up at their house. The first thing they're going to do is call 911. They're always the first ones to talk about how bad the police are. But they're the first ones to call 911 when something goes bump in the night. So let me know what you think about that. I've had great friends in law enforcement, and if you're in law enforcement and you're not a constitutionalist, you don't believe in the Constitution, you don't believe in the Second Amendment, things like that, I wouldn't even be friends with you. But everybody I know in law enforcement believes in that freedom. And so they've been friends of mine for many, many years. I mean, my friend Jim, I've known this guy for nearly 30 years, and we still talk almost every day. And he's in California. So I just don't get these people with the hatred. I guess we should have a society with no police. Is that what we're going to do, is just have a society with no police? And, I'm sorry, most people could not live in a society like that. So I don't get what the hatred is. I don't get what the comments like that are. I certainly am not looking forward to police coming to the house when they call us and say, hey, ADT contacted us. There's, been a window that might have been broken. We're at your house. You think that I'm looking forward to that? No, that's not the way I want to meet police officers. Do I want a good rapport of police officers? Absolutely. And we had a great experience yesterday, something that we thought might have possibly been bad, but luckily it was just probably the thunder shaking the windows. But it turned out to be a great experience, and now we have a great rapport with some local officers here. Do I want a bad relationship with police? Absolutely not. Am I upset if I get a speeding ticket? I hadn't had one in many years, but when I was a kid, I had issues driving. I had a bad record. I sped a lot. I had issues racing, things like that. And the police were not, my favorite people. But did I ever once think that we should disrespect them, have a society without laws and without police? Absolutely not. And as I matured a little bit more, I saw the importance of it. I've always respected the police and always will. But as long as they're working for us, and the ones that are my personal friends work for us, and they uphold the Constitution. And again, there's bad ones, but there's bad in everything. But there's people that really have this vindictive attitude towards the police. I mean, maybe they got a ticket, maybe, maybe they committed some crimes and got arrested. I don't know. I mean, I just guess if you're a law-abiding citizen, you live in a very free state or a free county, and I'm happy. I'm so happy. We have so many police out here, everywhere. They're everywhere. And, I said a long time ago that if we needed them, they'd probably be at this house in 2 to 3 minutes. And I was right, because they were at this house in literally 2 to 3 minutes. So, and thank God, because what if the situation yesterday might have been a little bit different? Maybe it wasn't the thunder that shook the window. Maybe it was somebody trying to make entrance into the house. Then what? Should I not want to have the police here? Should I not want to call the police? It's just so strange, the ignorance of people. I don't know what society looks like without laws and law enforcement, but I don't want to be around it. Typically, it's a third world country, and you have to bring your own security. You have to hire private security. Because you'll probably be kidnapped or held for ransom. I don't want to live in a society like that. I like this. Anyways, my hat goes off to law enforcement. Thank you to everybody that showed up here yesterday swiftly. We had a great conversation, great report, all that. And I just think, like, what if it was something different? What if somebody was trying to get in the house? Thank God they got here quick. Thank God for the police. Thank God for some laws. And thank God that we have the freedom here, at least in this state, in Alabama, to defend ourselves. And, we had a nice talk afterwards yesterday about, my ability to defend myself. What are the rules here? What are the laws? What can I do? What can I do? And they were very, very clear that, somebody comes in your house here in Alabama, once they crack that window, start pushing on that door, you have the right to defend yourself. So by all means, defend yourself. You don't even think twice. And in California, you had to think twice, and that's dangerous, because good people in California defending themselves are being prosecuted, and that's scary. So that's another reason why we got here to Alabama, where we actually have the ability to defend ourselves and not have to worry that we're going to be, on trial as a criminal, because we're not criminals. We want to be left alone. We like our privacy. We don't want anybody coming into our house at 3 o'clock in the morning. We're just asking people to leave us alone. We don't want a criminal element. We just want to be left alone. We don't want to have to go nuclear. We don't want to have to let our dog on somebody. We don't want to have to wake up in the middle of the night. We just want peace. We just want peace. So we want to be left alone. We want to just be able to enjoy our life, sleep soundly at night, not have any issues, just leave us alone. And, we're leaving everybody else alone. So that's how I look at it. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. It's a beautiful day. Guineas are chilling. Talk to you soon.